Students, welcome back to the fourth session of Overview of Computer. Previous class we had a discussion on the classification. We will be continuing the same topic. So today we will be continuing the fundamentals of computers, that is a chapter of Overview of Computer. So today we will be discussing the part 4 of fundamentals of computers, and it belongs to Overview of Computer unit. So let us start and check out the topics what we discussed in the previous section. So in the previous section or in the previous session we had a discussion on the generation of computers, classification of computers, and the classification based on the working principles. We had a discussion on analog computer, digital computer and hybrid computers. Let us continue the same topic of classification of computers. Today I will be telling you about the more classifications based on the working principles or size, cost, etc. So the classification of computers, it is based on different categories. It is based on size, cost and capacity. The digital computers are classified based on this in 4 categories: microprocessors or microcomputers, mini computers, mainframe computers and supercomputers. Let us start with microcomputer. So microcomputer, you can see on the screen there is a keyboard, mouse, CPU and monitor. Microcomputer, they are also called as personal computer or PC. So microcomputers, the computers most probably what we use is a PC or a microcomputer. They were introduced in 1970s. Microcomputers, they will have one CPU. It contains one input device, output device, storage, memory and a processor. It can be used by one person at a time. So a microcomputer is, or majoritarily it is called as personal computer. They are classified as desktops and portables. Microcomputers are classified as desktops and portables. Let us see what the desktop is. Desktop, that means a computer which is kept on the desk with one keyboard, mouse, monitor, CPU, speakers, etc. So these computers, they fit on a table or a desktop. Hence the name it has got desktop computers. They come in 2 models. So desktop or table. Monitor is placed on the system unit. In tower model, monitor is separately kept beside the CPU. So some computers, the monitor is kept on the CPU and some they are kept beside. So desktop computers generally include a monitor, keyboard, mouse, speakers and a CPU. Next comes the portable computers. Portable computers generally include notebooks, laptops, handheld devices, etc. Portable, that means they are easy to carry from one place to another place. As you see, desktop computer has keyboard, mouse, speaker, CPU. If it has to be carried to a different place, we will find little difficult. Whereas a laptop, it is easy to carry. So portable is a personal computer that can be easily carried from one place to another. The examples of portables are notebook computers or handheld devices or smartphones. Notebook computers, they are also called as laptops. Laptops or notebook, both are same. So laptop computers are very small in size, so it is easy to carry, and generally when we work we can keep it on our lap and we can work. So it is called laptop. Next comes the handheld devices. Handheld devices are nothing but smartphones. They are also very portable. They are also called as palm top computers. Palm top because they fit on a human being's palm very easily. Therefore, it is called palm top computers. So, generally, the personal computers are used in offices, business applications, and engineering applications. Next comes the mini computer. Mini computer was introduced in 1960. So it is one of the powerful computer. It is powerful than personal computer or microcomputer. So it can execute 5 million instructions per second. In 1 second, mini computer will execute 5 million instructions. That is the capacity. A microcomputer has one processor, whereas mini computer will have 2 or more processors. And only one user can work at a time in a microcomputer, whereas a mini computer serves up to 4,000 users. A device with monitor and keyboard is called terminal. There can be 4,000 terminals connected to one mini computer, and each terminal can serve one user. Some of the examples of mini computers are VAX 8800, AS 400. So this is about mini computer. Next comes the mainframe computer. Mainframe computers were introduced in 1975. A mainframe computer is very large. They are more powerful than mini computer. They can serve or they can run 16 million instructions per second, and also they can serve up to 50,000 users. A mainframe can serve up to 50,000 users, whereas mini computers serve up to 4,000 users. A mini computer runs the program 5 million instructions per second, but the capacity of a mainframe is it allows 16 million instructions per second. Using a terminal, that is keyboard and mouse, there can be 50,000 users connected to a mainframe computer. Example, NEC 610 and DAC 10 are some of the examples of mainframe computers. Now we can see the uses of mainframe computers. Mainframe computers are used in large organizations. For example, they are used in airlines for ticket reservations. There are many other companies who uses companies or government organizations who uses mainframe computers. RBI, TCS, HCL, Wipro are some of the companies who widely use mainframe computers to manage their data. And also there is a mainframe computer NADRA which is used by Pakistan to store and maintain their information of population. Next comes the supercomputer. So supercomputer is the most powerful. So supercomputer is the most powerful and it is the fastest computer. So it is biggest in size and it is most expensive. Tata's Eka is a supercomputer. So it is the fastest computer and it can perform several trillions of operations per second. And also Government of India, they use a CDAC computer which is also a supercomputer. And also there is a computer called Param and also Yuva. These are the machines or the supercomputers which are Eka, Yuva, Param, CDAC, all these are the supercomputers which are used by some of the government institutions. Supercomputer is the most sophisticated, complex and advanced computer. It has some large amount of storage capacity. It can process several trillions of instructions per second. So supercomputer is the fastest and most powerful and most expensive. So supercomputers, they can perform the calculation at a very high speed. Cray is one of the machine or supercomputer which is widely used. Supercomputers are used for weather forecasting, animations, fluid dynamics, nuclear energy research, space science, weapons and missile designing and petroleum explorations. So these are some of the uses or applications of supercomputers. So today supercomputers, they have become a traditional for some of the companies like Cray, IBM, Hewlett, HP, Hewlett Packard. They use for different purposes. And also there are some of the supercomputers such as Deep Blue and Cray, ETA. So all different countries, they have their own supercomputers. Let us discuss the different uses or the applications of computers. As we know that computers are used in various fields of life. So here are some of the areas where computers are used. So computers are used in schools and colleges. Computers are implemented in the schools for what? There are computers used for various purpose. One is for creating school ID cards. The school ID cards where the details of the students are embedded into the card. And also the schools and colleges, they use computers for creating mascots, attendance, and also computers are taught as a subject. Like you have chosen one, you have selected your combination of computer science. So computer science is taught as a subject. So learning the subject, and also computers are helpful in learning the subject with audio and video. Schools and colleges, they also use computers to store fees details. So these are some of the uses for which computers are used. Next comes the banks. Computers are used in banks for what? Creation of account in the bank, to maintain the transactions, to maintain the transfer of funds, so to give the alert messages, transaction messages, and also if it is possible for us to use a ATM, that is because of the computers. And also these days internet banking and online banking is also used by many users. So if to perform internet banking and online banking, computers are used. Next comes the office. So in an office, computers are used for many purposes. Like computers are used for maintaining the documentations, events that are carried out every day along with the money, funds, payroll for all the events. And also computers are used to create drafts or letters. And also they are used to maintain audit reports or payroll. So the payments made to the employees and other details. Computers, they are used in stock exchange or business firms. Stock control in business firms. Computers are used in shops and they are used in business centers. If one has to maintain the account of which are the items they are moving, money transaction, shipping, quantity, price, and the expiry date of the items of one particular shop. It can be maintained in a system so that all these things can be monitored easily. So, computers are used in a business firm to maintain the stock of the items, the expiry date, the quantity, price, etc. Computers are also used in stock exchange. To check the stock exchange globally, the transaction of selling and buying, with the help of computers, we can track the stock exchange throughout the world sitting at home or sitting at one particular place. Then comes research and development. The new inventions are designed and implemented with the animated and virtual views, with scientific and mathematical equations in the lab. So, with the help of computers and models, they are implemented using computers so that it saves lot of time and resources. Computers are used in the field of entertainment and news. The audio and video are created in the studio. After the pictures is taken, their editing process can be done. For example, cloning, merging, superimposing. And also the news are telecasted live and immediately with the help of computers. Many government offices, they also use computers for maintaining the transactions. Law and information can be obtained. So, the different information about government offices can be obtained through the website of the government. The information is available in the government website. To access that, we will be using computers. So, computers are used in satellite communication. So, with the venture of satellite, the communication are made available in the entire world. This have led to the growth of information and technology globally. In satellite communication, computers are used for browsing, surfing, chatting, email, messaging, to play online games. We are using computers. So, similarly, computers are used in publishing. So, publishing is the process of making the data or information available to the public. This includes publishing of books, magazines, newspaper, movies, music, video, etc. Special software helps the graphic designer to develop the pages, including text, photos, the front page of the book, some song with effects, and so on. Filmmakers, they use computers to edit the content. And also mobile users, they can capture and modify the video with the help of some computer softwares. Some websites, they also allow you to copy book or a music to the desktop computer or mobile computer or smartphone and other devices. So, computers are used in travel. These days, you must be knowing, we are using maps. Using maps, we are able to trace different areas. And also, using maps, we are able to trace the hotels, hospitals, and many other details near us. So, computers are used they will help us in traveling. Then we also have CAM, computer aided manufacturing. These days, computers, they are used for designing machine parts, and also they are used in designing cars and industrial robots. They also help in helping making different machine parts. So, computers are used in manufacturing and fabrications. So, computers are used in hospitals for different diagnostics. So computers, they are used in traffic network, the different areas. The computers used are desktop and notebooks. They are used for business, personal information, email and etc. Computers are used in home office, small office, enterprise, schools and colleges and hospitals. As you can see, there is a list of uses which are given here, using which the computers makes our day-to-day life easy, and it will help us to do different tasks automatically. Thank you, my dear students. Kindly make a note of the topics what you study, and also attend a 10-mark question, so which will be given along with this video. Check how much you have understood. Thank you for patiently listening. Have a great day ahead. God bless you all. Thank you.